Hey everyone, I am recording this from the airport right now. So I apologize for the skipped setup. I'm coming back from DreamHack. I did not know this announcement was going out today. I blame the LCS commissioner for that. But some of you might have seen already that the news that Brandon Sanderson officially has a League of Legends esports team. Obviously, that is very exciting to hear. And I want to tell you guys a little bit about how things went on behind the scenes and how we got here, because I may or may not have had a small part in that. So back in the beginning of the split, you might remember I did an interview with Mark. I wish I had footage of it. I don't, because I'm, again, doing this on my phone, where I asked him something about what is Brandon getting in, and he's like, wait, let me tell you something off camera. And so we ended up talking shortly thereafter, and he was...
Who's Brandon Sanderson? He's an author, bro. I've actually considered reading some of his books. I don't normally read fantasy, though, so not sure if I would be into it. But I've looked through a bunch of his books, seeing if I wanted to start. I mean, the thing is, his series are like, it's a lot of reading, and I don't know if I would want to read that much about fantasy.
I
normally read other stuff.
Brandon's company, because I have a bunch of friends over there. I've done some work with them. If you haven't noticed before, I did a video on Brandon's channel where he interviewed me, and then I did an interview where I interviewed him on this channel, and Mark and I also have interviewed him way back in like 2020, I think. And so it's like a thing that's been happening for a while. I've gone to his conventions. I'm friends with his
Wave of the Kings
folks,
is super
and
good.
I also do.
I might have to check it out.
Like basically monthly meeting with a friend that I have over there, and so I hopped on a call with my friend over at Dragonsteel, which is Brandon's company, and I said, hey, you know, is there any interest in talking to Riot? They want to talk to you about a really cool opportunity. And basically the premise is that Riot wants to help facilitate partnerships between cool companies and individuals and the teams that compete in the NACL.
It's actually really good that teams are starting to do this. I wonder how serious OTK is going to take it. But for those that don't know, what is happening right now is that like OTK Starforge Systems, they partnered with a team. They partnered with, I believe, the Cincinnati Fear in the NACL. And now Brandon Sanderson partnered with Maryville University. So NACL is starting to get partnerships with organizations and with people that have popularity outside of like League of Legends esports.
So Brandon Sanderson has partnered with Maryville, who were a team that were in the finals last split for the NACL.
You know what, bro?
And they've been.
Let's just watch the. No offense to Travis, but let's just watch the Mark Z update. Here. Let's just watch.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back for our summer explainer video, where we will cover format changes, schedule, some new watch experiences, and some hype NACL news. I hope everyone enjoyed watching Team Liquid trounce Fnatic at MSI.
True.
And yes, we are only paying attention to head-to-head and ignoring everything else that happened at that tournament. Anyways, let's kick this video off with a very poorly kept secret. We are super excited to announce that the LCS will be introducing single round robin best of 3 format for the summer split regular.
It is single round robin, but it's good. It's minimum 14 games played per team, maximum 21. And I know people are going to complain about like best of 3 between Immortals and Dignitas or whatever. I actually want to see that best of 3. Like, I think with the new teams that are in, with like how the format was last split, I didn't mind watching any of the teams. So I'm down to watch best of 3s with like Spotify Rebellion, Immortals, these types of teams. Best of 3s, good decision. I don't care if it means that you get potentially less times during a split where you get like, you know, C9 playing TL or whatever you want to watch. I think best of 3s are good.
Season. It's something that fans have been asking about for a while, and we feel like it's finally the right time to test this.
Yep.
Our goal primarily around this change is fan and pro player satisfaction. We adopted a fan-first mentality for 2024, and this change is a continuation of that. Best of 3 provides teams with up to 50% more games on stage, as well as focusing on a single opponent for the week and having mid-series adaptations. We plan to maintain the blistering pace of show, however, from the regular season in spring, so we'll be targeting 9 minutes between Nexus Fall and the start of Champion Select in games in a series.
9 minutes. 9 minutes in between games of a series. That's crazy, bro. I don't know how they're going to be able to do that. 9 minutes, because like normally LPL does like 13, and 13 feels pretty fucking good. Like 13, it feels way faster because before we were getting like 17 minutes LCS and LEC in between games, like in previous years. And 13 felt a lot better. 9 minutes in between games of a best of 3. That's fucking crazy, bro. Like you get no time to prep. It's like use the bathroom, get back on stage.
We plan to maintain the blistering pace of show, however, from the regular season in spring, so we'll be targeting 9 minutes between Nexus Fall and the start of Champion Select in games in a series. I want to emphasize the word test here and share a little bit more of our thinking. The goal of this change is not to increase viewership in the short term, and we would not be surprised if it dipped a little bit as a result. We anticipate core fans to enjoy the change, but we need it to be supported by the entire viewer base. Last time the LCS tried best of 3s back in 2016, it was alongside dual streams and viewership suffered. And ever since then, it has been a topic of a very lively debate online.
Yep.
2024 is the ideal time to revisit best of 3s with the reduction to 8 teams. As with 10, the scheduling was always difficult, with one matchup awkwardly stranded on its own on a different day. We've seen some people also requesting Fearless this split for the LCS, given its best of 3s, and while we're open to that idea in the future, the priority is getting clean data around best of 3s for the LCS.
Okay.
The final nugget to note is that historically, viewership does tend to drop between spring and summer splits, and we will wait.
Bro, we get it. Like, yes, they use so many caveats. Yes, viewership always goes down. Every streamer's viewership goes down between spring and summer. That's a co-streamer. Like, there's just less people that watch in summer. Essentially, the way it works is people watch at the beginning of spring, they watch most of spring, then they watch the beginning of summer, and then once the midpoint of summer hits, people don't watch from like the midpoint of summer until playoffs, and then summer playoffs is hype.
2024's viewership against
That's how that
history.
shit works.
Even if this test proves successful, that does not mean that best of 3 is suddenly the future for LCS for all time.
People are outside. Nah, I don't even think that it's because people are outside. Like the same thing happened during COVID when, you know, when fucking people weren't even leaving their houses or anything. Like the main thing is just that when you think about the whole year, it's just the point where you're the least hype because you're about to get hype for like summer playoffs and worlds and stuff. But once you've seen the teams that are good dominate 3/4 of the year domestically already, you're kind of just waiting for the real stuff at the end. You don't really care about just the, oh, how do they do in their week 8 matchup versus a team they should stomp. Like, no one cares about watching T1 shit on bro for the 4th time this year on July 23rd or some shit, you know?
It helps us know what's on the table for decisions in 2025 and beyond. At the risk of derailing this video, we're super happy to discuss all that with the community at a later time. We will parlay the regular season best of 3s into a more intense focus on competition for playoffs as well. With 3 spots at Worlds on the line, we've modified our spring playoff bracket to start all the teams on the winner side, with seeds 1 and 2 getting first round byes. Additionally, Seed 1 will be able to choose where they start in the upper bracket, depending on which set of opponents they prefer. For the losers bracket, we've resurrected an old favorite with the gauntlet from the olden days. Teams will drop into that gauntlet based off where they lose in the upper bracket, as well as their regular season seeding. Okay. The goal of all this is to make the single round robin best of 3
So they combined a gauntlet with the best of 3 double elimination, essentially.
Stakes even higher with the amount of effects it has on the playoff bracket. On to the schedule. So, the LCS will be back starting June 15th for opening week presented by MasterCard. With a single round robin of play, we decided to eliminate Super Weeks and stretch.
Bro, there's another 3-week break. Wait, so I know that most teams are going to take a break. I got to see what the other leagues are. Have they released LEC's schedule yet? Because I thought that is LEC going to take a break now? Like during the spring split? Or sorry, during the summer split, I mean? They better have a LEC full schedule. 12th. Wait, so LEC is only taking a 12-day break? Something like that? Okay. Because most teams are like most regions have to take a break for the Esports World Cup. So there's 7 weeks of play now. Wait, there was 7 last week. Yeah, there was 7 last split as well. Okay. Wait, so week 3 is on a Thursday, Friday that week. There's just a random Thursday, Friday week in here. What the Okay.
Those 2 extra Fridays into a week 7. Best of 3 also means that not every team is playing every day, so make sure to grab your tickets for your favorite matchups as soon as possible. Tickets at the link
they're starting 1 hour earlier, no? Isn't this 1 hour earlier than it was?
Below. You'll see that, like spring, there are some wrinkles to the LCS summer schedule. Weeks 2 and weeks 4 will be played in the LCS face-off space with updated looks for the summer split. That first week of July is the Esports World Cup that the LCS and other regions are pausing for. To prevent player fatigue for the teams traveling, and we want to give pros time to rest and recover for the LCS, we have chosen to have a second week off as well. Along that same vein, we spoke with players and decided to move Week 3 to Thursday and Friday as a result. After the break, the LCS will pick back up on July 20th. We shared our thinking around similar situations in spring, and that reasoning still pretty much holds true in summer. If you're not up to speed, check out our videos from spring.
I don't remember what the reasoning was, but the reasoning is really that Valorant is more important.
Now that you know what's in store for summer, let's talk about some of the new things we're spinning up to improve the watch experience. For existing hardcore LCS fans, we'll be rolling out a new Twitch extension on our official channel. During gameplay, viewers can click around and pull up detailed build and game information live as it's happening. This is especially exciting for us on Live Patch, granting fans even more knowledge to use immediately in their own games. We owe our friends down in the CBLOL a shout out for helping us create the LCS version. If you use this feature, please let us know what you think and what you'd like to see added. We also want to improve the casual watch experience by partnering up with select watch parties around North America during the regular season, not just for finals. This is a great way to build bonds with fans of League in your area, as well as potentially introduce your friends to the LCS. We'll be sending merch, swag, and more to these watch parties. Follow the LCS socials for updates on which weeks and locations we'll be hosting one. That's going to do it for all the LCS updates. I'm going to hand it over to Zach for everything around the NACL.
Thanks, Ganesh. Hi, everyone. My name's Zach, aka Riot Whoopley, and I lead the NACL. We're excited to announce that Brandon Sanderson's Dragonsteel and OTK's Starforge Systems will be joining the NACL. Mark and I have been working closely together on how to keep leveling up the NACL and our Tier 2 ecosystem. The two core ideas that kept cropping up were, how do we continue to drive towards team sustainability, and how do we continue to generate fandom around the NACL? We especially liked the success of organizations like Disguised, which paired the excitement of influencers with grassroots support towards the players. Lots of people like Toast are interested in esports, but actually creating an organization is a daunting task. So we created a partnership framework that enabled all the fun of owning an esports org without the challenges of operating one. We're jokingly dubbing it the new NACL, North American Celebrity League. They will be directly partnering with existing NACL teams to provide financial support as their players pursue going pro. In return,
I'm surprised that OTK would get involved with NACL. I'm down for it though. I'm down. I'm down for it for sure. I wonder how many PCs they need to sell to make this profitable. I wonder how much of a entry, or what the entry point was.
The incoming orgs will be able to channel their esports fandom by integrating with teams on the broadcast. In this case, Dragonsteel will be partnering with Maryville University, while Starforge Systems will be partnering with Cincinnati Fear. This model is a huge win for everyone. Exciting new partners get to dip their toes in the ecosystem, NACL teams get help towards sustainability, and most of all, the fans now have more options than ever to find an NACL team to root for.
We're gonna do steak and eggs. Yeah, I'll do it at some point.
We hope to give a warm welcome to our new competitors as they take to the Rift this summer. Speaking of, let's talk about the best format to ever exist, Fearless Draft.
True.
Last split was the first time we tried out Fearless Draft, and the overall feedback was really positive. In fact, the most common feedback we received was that it didn't go far enough. That's why in summer, we're excited to announce the NACL will be going full Fearless. This means that anytime either team picks a champion, neither team can play it for the remainder of the series, including for BO5s. That said, we don't want BO5s to get too chaotic, which is why in Game 4, teams will be limited to only their first round bans.
Bro, this guy's been waiting to tell me to get cancer since May 19th, which is the last time that I really streamed. That's when finals happened. So he had to do the 10-minute follower mode thing, but he couldn't stay in the stream, so he waited till a whole different stream to tell me to get cancer. Nice. Respect, bro. This guy has been waiting for this moment for 2 weeks. That's a real hater right there.
Champions picked previously in the series, that won't be allowed. Speaking of BO5s, we also heard your feedback that you wish there were more, and we agree. That's why we're doubling the amount of BO5s in our playoffs this split. Last but not least, the NACL will be introducing money matches in summer. This is something that you may be familiar with from other esports, but it's exactly like it sounds. The winner of a specific match will walk away with cash prizing. During the NACL Super Weeks on weeks 4 and 5, we'll give each NACL team 2 money matches.
I'm down with money matches. Okay, wait, hold up. I'm down with it. Wait, this is actually pretty hype.
Create some extra opportunities for teams and players to banter while chasing that extra prizing on the line.
They just added some money matches in there. F it. Why not?
The NACL teams were really excited about this concept and felt it was a great way to spice things up during the middle of the season. So that's all I have time for in this video, but make sure to check out the accompanying NACL Prime article for more information on our schedule, formats, as well as our new NACL money matches, our new YouTube channel, and the NACL qualifiers.
I mean, they're doing the most, bro. They're doing the most they can to make people watch NACL. They're doing the most they can.